Next to my research, I looked at this concept of non-learners put forth by Herbert Cole. And basically, he was examining how in different classrooms, and the one he was working with specifically was a classroom primarily of immigrants in Texas, and how basically the teacher's teaching style in this classroom was creating non-learners, and the teacher was completely failing to understand the students and work with them, and give them any reason to actually want to learn or be motivated to learn. And so Cole's sort of argument is that teachers need to recognize the difference between non-learners and a failure to learn, and basically like actually address the non-learners where they are, engage them in their context, work to understand them, and make the material relatable for where they are, and actually reach to sort of empathetically understand students. From my interview, some of what I was understanding about like specific techniques and sort of difficulties of student motivation. Uh, Specifically, there was an emphasis on just identifying areas of success in student efforts. And so, to increase motivation, to increase sort of like student self confidence, if they have a question, a lot of times like affirming the question rather than dismissing it. And if especially if this question is going to be the sort of question that might take you off topic, you can redirect them back to the topic uh, by not making them feel like they're completely have missed the mark, which would go to sort of decrease motivation. In general, just an emphasis on a welcoming classroom environment plays positively into this. Just being really intentional as a teacher about making the classroom somewhere where everyone's welcome to engage. It's not a place for anxiety or student distress. That their answers in class aren't going to get rejected or be laughed at by their peers or things like that. And another emphasis just on engaging students directly while working through the content. And so, whenever possible, making the sort of content relatable to students in their context, where they are, and meeting them directly, learning their names, those kinds of things that make students feel like they belong in a classroom and that the content is actually applicable to them.